We live. We live. Let me just check up on my audio. Who's in this chat? Pop up chat. Just throw this. Who's in this chat? Tuber, what's up? We're gonna hit some LeetCode questions. I just need to check my mods in the building. Dude, it is noisy outside right now. Tuber, what's up, man? Nice to see you. I did a bit of front-end system design. You have any questions related to front-end system design? I did a bit of front-end work. What do you mean by front-end system design? I'll be answering questions. Let's go. You could see right here when this goes live. Have you studied any front-end design? LeetCode hard in the building. Building a UI layer. Yeah, sure. What's the question? Do you have a specific question you want me to walk through, Tuber? Wait, let me fix my... Give me a sec. Let me pop this over. How's the audio, by the way? Yeah, I could do... If you have a specific question, join the Discord and ask the specific question. And I could, like, work through, like, a problem or something. Give me a sec. I'm gonna send you the link to the Discord. Shoot. Okay, I need a link to the Discord. Give me a sec. It's on my YouTube channel these days. Okay, if no one has any specific questions, we're gonna grind some LeetCode questions. Where's this chat? Most common word? Okay, I'm down. Oh my god. What's going on here? Yeah. I'll do a quick warm up. Tuber, thanks for the recommendation. Let's get it started. Damn, this thing has a low percentage for easy question. We're back at it. John, I'm gonna get you on the stream soon so we could talk about what you've been working on. Just have to figure out a way to get you on the stream. I think we could. I think I could just make a call, do my FaceTime, but it might be. I don't want to leak your number, so I might have to. I'll send you like a Google Meets link or something over Discord. So let's read this question. Let me get some water. Give me 2 seconds. All right. Let's work through this question. So we're given a paragraph and a string array. Banned words banned. Return the most frequent word that is not banned. It is guaranteed that there's at least one word that is not banned and that the answer is unique. The words in paragraphs are case insensitive and the answer should be returned in lowercase. So we have to look for the words, but we also need to ignore like alphanumerical things like punctuations and dots. So a hit occurs 3 times but is a banned word. Ball occurs twice and no other word does, so it is the most. I'm not stopping this stream until I hit that many viewers. Let's see. Luis, what's up? YouTube studio. Let's look for the live count. Analytics. Let's get it. Nice to see a lot of new people. So we popped off today, but 9 more subscribers. Let's get this question in. We need to parse out all the words but remove punctuations. So we're gonna look for. What do I think about AI agents? I like AI agents. Yeah, you can ask me the Q&A right now. Yeah, we can run the Q&A right now. Pretty much, what do I think about AI agents? I like AI agents. I'm doing a bit of work on AI agents right now, honestly. Like, they're pretty useful. I have some videos on AI agents. Let me look it up. But like, I don't know, AI, it's a pretty big buzzword, but I think they're pretty powerful. It's like, I have let's see. Yeah, I have different videos on. I play around with AI agents. Let's see. So what made you interested in CS and why did you choose CS? It's a good question. I initially was like when I first got into university, I didn't know anything about computer science. I didn't even know what coding was. But I decided to take a computer science class because my dad works with computers. He was working on like IT related stuff and he just told me like take a computer science class, and I thought it would be a good idea to also take a computer science class cuz just to learn about computers. But then when I took the computer science class, I realized it's not really learning about computers and it's like learning programming. And when I learned Python, the first like week I was learning Python, I was like, that is actually powerful. Like you can literally do anything you want with Python. And I wanted to like go to school. Like I wanted to, even before I started university, I wanted to like start a business. But I didn't want to take business school because I didn't think that. Yeah, I didn't think that would like help me get to start a business. So I decided to like do something else, and I ended up taking biological science. I don't know if that was gonna help me start a business either, but like eventually I went into computer science and I realized right away like I could start a business with this. I don't know. Let me know if that makes sense, Luis. LangChain is still the best. Everyone uses LangChain in the industry, honestly. AutoGen is like very specific to Microsoft products, but LangChain is still good. What do you think about trading crypto? I was messing around and put in 3K into AI agent crypto and sold for. Bro, run me that crypto bot. I'll put some money in there, but honestly, I don't really want to get into too much crypto because internet people be scamming kids on with crypto stuff. So, like, I don't want to end up like Logan Paul. Yo, Chester, what year are you in? Dude, future of CS, man. Like, I don't know. I feel like, dude, we had like a group of like new interns start on Monday. And these interns are expert with GPT. These interns live in GPT. Like, they'll be asking everything in GPT. And I just see so much people, even senior engineers, using like coding tools like Cursor to help them find how to navigate the code base. I think everyone's using AI now. So it's pretty scary. I think for now, for at least the next year, there's a lot of jobs. Yeah, a lot of them still use Copilot, even seniors. And I don't know, people are just adopting AI like crazy. And it's going to be, I feel for at least, I think there's still always going to be jobs in CS. Like, I'm not scared to ever lose my job, but I think definitely you're going to have to work harder to show your worth, kind of. Like, it'll replace people. Like, if you're not that good, the AI will replace you. Probably, like, that's like, that would be my take on it. So I would be like a little bit scared. Let me. Do they use Copilot? Yeah, people use Copilot all the time. Like, even I've seen senior engineers use Copilot, Windsurf, Cursor, whatever. Like, they just use whatever. Just like, what year or like what course are you taking, and like, where are you based? Let's pump out some LeetCode. Oh, sick. Which school? Nice. Good luck, man. There's a lot of jobs out here. Yeah, like, I don't know. I feel like, honestly, everyone will need to code and stuff. There'll always be software engineers, but I think, dude, the state of the way, like, AI is moving right now, we could replace a lot of, like, I don't know. But, like, the thing is, demand. Oh, that sucks to hear, man. What question did they ask you in the interview? Okay, but, like, related to my thoughts on the future of CS, if you just look at like how much people are using like software these days, it's still growing, and demand for AI just keeps on growing. As demand for AI keeps growing, there are always going to be tech jobs. Like, tech jobs are just going like crazy. So I feel like you're going to find a job. 982. I think you're going to find a job for sure. Reverse a linked list using recursion. Nice. But yeah, I think you'll find a job for sure in tech, and you just like keep being dynamic, keep learning, and you'll always be able to make money. But at the same time, when you make money, put some of it in your pocket and invest it, because you never know. Hardware versus software. I like software, man. I've had friends who are really smart hardware engineers. Some of the smartest people I know are hardware engineers, but still all the software kids I know have made so much more money and just had like, I don't know. Yeah, like I just like, I've had really smart hardware friends and then really smart software friends, and even like the average software people wouldn't even like outperform some of my like smartest hardware friends, just because software industry is just way more fluid and dynamic and like more opportunity. CS experts will be pushed to edge cases and enabling domain experts. Yeah, I don't know the future of the industry, man. Chester, why did they tell you to do it in recursion? Do they force it to do recursion or not? Like, I invest in S&P 500, bro. Dude, if you want to know anything about investing, go follow my brother. And then what? Everyone go follow my brother. I'm going to link this. If you want to learn coding, follow this guy. Or how to invest, follow this guy. He tells me exactly what to buy. Ryan, that's a good question. That's a good question. Do you ever use AI to help you in code? And if you do, what limitations do you impose yourself when you're using the AI? Wait one sec. Let me put like this counter somewhere. Let me shrink this. Going up and up and up. Yeah. Okay, Ryan, what you're saying, do you ever use AI to help you code? Yeah, I definitely use AI to help me code, but like I view AI as like a mid-level engineer to like help me debug things. It's like a mid-level engineer that knows a lot about everything. So a lot of times, like, if I can figure it out without asking the AI, I'll do it. Like, I'll do whatever is faster. If I can figure it out faster by just thinking it through, I'll do it. And then like I'll resort to AI if I get stuck or like I don't know right away. So I pretty much just use it whenever I need it. And then it's pretty much like your brain is still like the cache at the end of the day. Like, it's still slower for you to go ask the AI if you already know it. Like, if you already know it, just type it out. Why would you need to use the AI? So a lot of times, like, I'll be using AI to learn stuff, and then at some point I just don't even need to use the AI because I already know what to do and I just write it. So I don't really use AI that much, but I definitely like pop it open like 4 or 5 times a day to ask questions. But I don't like use it in my workflow. I don't use Cursor. I don't use Copilot or anything like that. I've tried them, and I'm definitely like a AI forward person, I would say. Like, I really try to adopt AI, but yeah, sometimes it's more like if you already know what exactly to do, just do it. Any thoughts on? There's another good one. Thanks, Caesar, for this. Yeah, I mean, I was talking to somebody about this last night, and I think AI is so good right now, and it's a bit scary of where it's gonna go. Especially they're training them to use computers and stuff. I think the new AIs are less of a black box than some of the other ones. Like, you can kind of like understand why they're gonna say certain words based on the probability distributions that they were trained on, and I think they're less of a black box. There's a lot of companies working on understanding why AIs make certain decisions, but they're really powerful, and I think definitely it's scary. And if it was me, I would like get some regulation in there and figure out, like, I would be scared of like what AI can do to us, and a lot of people are scared of it. But yeah, definitely, like, it shouldn't just be engineers working on this stuff. It should be like government. It should be a lot of different people who have a say. So I think, yeah, that's what we need to do. We need to diversify some of the opinions on what AI can do and what it should be able to do in society. So I think we should definitely, by slow the progress, like bring more people into the table that will have a valid opinion other than like engineers who just like building crazy cool stuff, because they're just gonna keep like spamming this AI and try to make that AI better and better. You think? Do you think interns? Oh shoot! What's going on here? Do you think intern recruiters look at your code base to see? Honestly, if it's a big company, probably not. But maybe they use the AI these days to actually track it. But yeah, on my resumes, I link all of my projects and stuff so they can look at the code. And it's usually accurate enough, honestly. Like, I wouldn't like completely lie on my project code base. But you can like, yeah. They I feel like a lot of these companies use AI for a lot of different things. AI to match you with a role, AI to look at your resume, AI to do this. There's probably like a human in the loop eventually, but like there's so much people applying these days. Like when we drop a posting, even when I worked at a Series B company, we would get like 2,000 people trying to get that one job. Like it's almost impossible to look at everyone's resume. So I'm sure there is some AI, and I mean there's definitely some AI trying to figure out if you're the right person for the match, or yeah, person for the job. So I would say like try not to lie in your projects. Try to push yourself to build great projects that could be on your resume, and that will also help you when you start working your job. Like if you do great projects, you do great work, you'll eventually do great at your job as well. Me 545. Like what kind of tutorials? Yeah, I can do whatever tutorial y'all want to see. The LeetCode one's just been slapping. Like people like those ones. Tutorials. Let's see, and I'll get to all the questions. Do you think? Are there any tech trends that are overhyped? Honestly, let's see. I mean, I thought the crypto stuff was overhyped. I definitely crypto. I thought that was overhyped, but the reason I thought like NFTs and cryptos, I thought it was overhyped because like everyone kept talking about it, but I didn't see any value being really created. The way that like AI, there's clear value being created. Like it's AI is very hyped, but you can go use AI and you can see automatically how powerful it is. And crypto, I didn't really see that happening. So pretty much as like that, like when I see something a lot of people talking about, and I can't see a clear value, and I can't see like a clear impact on the world. Even like the technology sounded cool, the technology made sense, but I just didn't see like like I can't like interact with it and use it, and like I just felt it was overhyped. Like when the internet came out, I wasn't alive, or I wasn't really there yet, or I probably wasn't even alive. But once people used the internet, they were probably like tweaking. Same thing with AI. Like I remember, I have a video like asking like when I showed John AI, and he's like freaking out right away when he used it. I never seen that same reaction when people were like using like Bitcoin or something. But like I still like I'm not that like I think crypto makes sense as a philosophy as well. Like if you believe in like decentralization and things like that, it definitely makes sense. Like I've heard people say that like yeah, they believe in crypto as like a philosophy, so that's why they invest in it. And like the technology definitely makes sense, but they're just like things wrong with it, and you definitely know more than me about that, Caesar. Let's go on. Do you have a? Oh crap. Okay. For me, if I use it, I must understand the solution and should be able to explain it myself. I also don't use AI if I'm asking a question beyond. That makes sense. Yeah. I think it's good to, definitely good to do it this way, to understand it. But I ask AI stuff if like I can't figure it out anywhere else. I basically just use it as a tool. I use it like it's like a Google search for me, but better. I almost like exclusively cut out Google because I don't want search results. I want answers. So ChatGPT is an answer based system, and I like answer based systems. And like Perplexity is just coming out as an answer based system, and people really like that. And I think Google's also moving towards an answer based system. Like now, when you look things up, it gives you an answer along with search results. What project did you do, and what do you recommend people that are starting out to do? A lot of the projects, this is a good question. And I'm going to get through all these questions. There's probably stuff happening below, but let's see. Oh, there's a lot. So what projects did you do, and what do you recommend people that are starting out do? A lot of the projects that I put on my resume in order to get my internship straight up just came from school. Like whatever you do in school, literally just throw that on your resume, and that's like, it's like a win-win situation. Like, try to take a class where you know you're gonna do a good when you're gonna get a good project out of it, and then work hard to make that project good and get a good mark, and then use that project that you got a good mark in school on your resume. That's kind of like a easy hack way to do it. So yeah, like a lot of the projects or a lot of classes I took were project based. So I ended up getting a cool paper out of it. End up getting a cool project out of it. And I'll just put that on my resume, and I'll try to take as much classes as possible where I know I'm gonna do a cool project. And then I'll just have a list of school projects that I've done. And then, like, depending on what role I'm gonna apply for, am I gonna apply for a finance role? Am I gonna apply for like a SF role? Then I like swapped in and out certain projects that I did in my different classes. That's kind of how I did it. But this other project that I did, like I have this other project called the UFC, this UFC calendar that I have like about like 2K users on for. This is a really good project, I think, for myself to work on, because it involved front end, back end, and infrastructure. So I would say definitely, like, if you're working on a side project, definitely focus, like, a good one to get in your resume is to show that you can work on the front end, back end, and the infrastructure, like across the stack. And those are good ones to get on your resume. And then like maybe some super deep ones as well. But I would focus on breadth over depth in everything, early in my career. Oh, there's a lot. Make this bigger. John, is that good? Here, by infrastructure, I mean like actually, like learn how to use AWS. So learn like front end, back end, and AWS, or like some sort of infrastructure. So project should include front end, back end, and so what, like, let me just be more prescriptive then. Exactly what you need. Let me be a little bit more prescriptive on what your project should have. React, because that's very used. Build like an Express backend or a Django backend or Flask. And then take your backend and host that backend on AWS. Host. So like host backend on AWS, and then also like deploy your front end on AWS. You can deploy it like, then like have an application that you can like you can like access via the web, and it hits like a backend, and use like you try out DynamoDB or RDS. So I would say like do a very basic project that kind of includes all of those, and you can really show employers that you know how to work on anything that they're gonna ask you for in your job. Yeah, this is what I mean by infra. This is what I mean by infra. Like deploying your front end on AWS and trying out DynamoDB. Where are we? Yo, should we buy this? Yo, John, CFA, let's buy this. Do you have a personal portfolio website? Ryan, I did, and honestly, I actually built mine I built mine using WordPress because I was too lazy to build my own. And I definitely think building your own personal portfolio website will help you get more jobs. Like definitely, like if you're gonna, like definitely do this. And if you don't know anything about front end, like build yours using WordPress. Build it using WordPress. What you should include in your personal website is your resume. Please include your resume, your projects, and like your education. That will help you get as much jobs as possible. If you don't know how to build it using front end, build it using WordPress or something, and then eventually build it yourself using React or something. But definitely have a personal website. Let's see if that's it. Okay, we're getting down to questions. I'm just gonna like start like posting these here. Have an internship summer. What is the most optimal ideal way to prepare? So, Kellen, sorry to get to your answer late. There's just a ton of questions in the chat. The most optimal way is ask your employer what the tech stack is gonna be, and just read the documentation for the tech stack. So, for example, if someone told me, "Oh, we're gonna be working with Django, we're gonna be working with Python, we're gonna be working with AWS," what I would do is like not just read the documentations, try to do a very, very small project in Django, Python, and AWS. Maybe like a to-do app, maybe like a very simple app using this stack to just familiarize yourself with this. That will help you hit the ground running as soon as your internship starts. You don't want to start your internship and you have to learn all of these. It's really hard to do that on the fly, and it's a lot of pressure to learn these on the fly. So I find that like if you know it a little bit better, you'll be able to hit the ground running right away. So definitely like build a small project in the tech stack. So I would say number one, ask what the tech stack is. Number two, once you know what the tech stack is, also do a small project in that tech stack. That's exactly what I did with my new grad role. Like when I had a new grad role, like when I got offered my new grad role, I asked them what the tech stack was. They told me what the tech stack was, and I built a small project using that tech stack. So as soon as I started my job, I didn't even have to learn the tech stack. I just had to start implementing code. And really, especially when an internship is so short, you just need to start hit the ground running, honestly. Let's see. Damn, I regressed. I was at 91, now 90. Let's see. Where was I? Oh, it's more so features I haven't, or just whipping projects on my resume. Too many meme coins. Bitcoin. Yeah. I don't know. Someone needs to teach me about this stuff. 8% of portfolio. Yeah, me 545. Just literally let me know exactly what you are looking for in a like. Just comment whatever you want to learn, and I'll figure out a way to teach it. Like there's a bunch of random stuff that I've been working on, and I'll be like, if I know what I'm talking about based on what the question you ask, I'll do a video on it. I have a lot of time on my hands. Crypto has no value. How do you succeed in college? Get the most out of college? Luis, great questions. What do you mean rate CVS? Okay, what do you mean? Like rate resumes? Oh, send me your resume on the Discord and anonymize it. I'll rate it for sure. I'll give my thoughts on it. Let me look at my Discord. Yeah, send me your send it on the Discord. I have the link here. So join the Discord. Paul, like, what specifically? What do you mean data roles? I work with I've worked with data science and I've hired for data roles before, so I have a little bit of familiarity with that. Could you be more specific on your question there? Okay, let me get back to this. How do you succeed and get the most out of college? Honestly, what I would say is, the way I did is I just tried to take as many computer science classes as possible. Like, I didn't want to spend any money on options or anything. I wanted to take as many computer science courses as possible. Courses like distributed algorithms, distributed systems, networking, operating systems, compilers. Just try to take as much as possible because that's where you really get all the breadth possible. And then you get to learn all about the different things. And tech is such a massive field that you could just you could probably do a whole degree in just 40 computer science classes and it'll all be different subjects. It's such a diverse field that, I don't know, that's the way I would get the most out of college. Just optimize for taking as much computer science classes as possible, and also optimize for taking project-based courses where you get a project out of it that you can put on your resume. And definitely just study hard and find great people at your university who are also have the same goals as you, and then team up with them on stuff, like build a friend group that you could team up with. That's like the way I did it. Yeah, max GPA, max internships, max dump out the CFAs. Cracked. 650. Everyone go follow my brother, man. Let's see. I'm gonna get him on this chat soon. Make the top. Yo, John, how's the chat now? How did you get your first work experience in software, and how would you recommend others to break in? Neon, finally getting to this question. This is crazy. I don't know if I'm rambling or there's just a lot of questions, but these are really good questions. Please keep asking away. Are you familiar with what looks good in a data engineer or data science candidate? Honestly, Paul, I'm not that familiar with it, but if you could send me a resume, I think all of the tech resumes, a lot of these, like when I was working at a different company, our CTO would hire the data scientist, and so he would pretty much the structure of people's resumes across software engineering, data scientists, data engineering are all pretty much the same. So if you send me a resume, I'll be able to critique it based on structure, and then maybe a little bit on data scientists, but I wouldn't take my word for it too crazy. So how did you get your first work experience in software, and how you recommend others to break in? Honestly, the first job is always the hardest. The first job I ever took was like a research position, and the only reason I took that job is because that's the only one I could get. I was applying for all types of different jobs, and then the research position is the only job that I was able to get. So literally, I would say it's all a numbers game at the end of the day. Just get your foot in the door, but make sure that the job that you get, you're coding or something. because yeah, definitely like you want to be coding as soon as possible. Work on side projects. Get your foot in the door by just applying to every job you see out there, and hopefully one sounds good and you're doing coding. The first job I did was just like a research role, but that definitely helped me land other roles after. So like if you can't get into Fang or anything in your first work experience, that's fine. I wasn't able to do that either. But I just would just apply to as many things as I can just to get my foot in the door. And once you get your foot in the door, you just keep like moving up and up and up. Like really the only time, like if you just keep working at it hard enough, you'll get whatever you want in this industry because there's just so much opportunities. Neon, let me know if that makes sense. Okay, I have a resume to review. Give me a sec. Okay. I'll be reviewing this person's resume. Okay. Oh shoot. Dude, you didn't anonymize it. Wait, who sent this? Okay, wait. Give me a second. Let me. Bro. You don't care? All right. I got your permission. All right. So first off, what I would say is like, okay, you have links to your GitHub, which is great. You have links to everything. Let me check if these links work. It's okay. Sounds good. Wait, where am I? Okay. First off, okay, your structure is good. You're a student, which is great that you're putting your education at the top because that's really important. Like in my video when I explain how to structure your resume. Let me just download this. One sec. Okay. Let's just review this resume real quick. Jay, what's up? So you're looking for open roles, internships in Europe. One sec. Okay. So I like the structure of your resume. I'm already seeing like I would say the font here, like your font is inconsistent. I would make sure to use the same font across all of my stuff. There's like so like the spacing is a bit off. I would add a bit more space between like the sections. Like between this and this, it's just like too tight. I would work a little bit on the formatting here. Develop machine learning. Yeah, I like how you're structuring it. I would definitely like limit it to one page if possible. So remove stuff that you like that aren't as important for the role you're gonna apply for. Nice that you have your certificates. Yeah, then I would say just sort of improve the bullet points. I think your like your structure is good. Definitely work on your formatting. Or let me move this to this side so it's in the middle. Definitely work on your formatting a little bit. The spacing here is a bit off. Like there's no space between these sections, but there's big space between here. So definitely fix up some of that. And then also I would work on my bullet points a bit. Like the way that I like to structure my bullet points are, there's this good, like, I have my video called like how to, Sanjana, what's up? I have my video here on, where is this? Here I kind of talk about like how to write a resume. Just like watch this one. So watch the, like I'm doing a resume review on this person. Watch this one in order to figure out how to build the better bullet points. But I think you have a lot of great projects on here. I would just make the bullet points a bit better and more results oriented. So you're kind of just saying like what each project kind of does, but you also want to talk about like the results that you achieve. Like, let me just show my anonymized resume quick. Yeah, that's fine. That's all student project. That's fine. But like, try to have like more results. Like, instead of just like, these are like kind of like, this is like a something that I did as a student. So I'll be like, achieved an accuracy of 98.6% on an exercise detection system by developing an algorithm that uses convolutional neural networks and posed estimation on footage of users exercising in a gym. So I think the way that I would format my bullet points was I like watch this other video by Google how to build resume. Go watch this, and then like I think it talks about all of the very important things, like what sections to build. And I think yours is good because you do, like, you're a student, so you are bringing your education to the front. That makes sense. I think you ordered it properly. But I think when you're talking about your bullet points, definitely like structure them like this: accomplish X as measured by Y by doing Z. That's kind of like the only thing you're really missing from your resume. So I would just improve the bullet points there so that they're like more structured like this. Does that make sense? I'll send you this link as well. This is a really good link. Sanjana, basically we're just doing a live Q&A of, there's tons of questions in the chat, I'm just answering them. This is like literally, dude, just try to have like, this is my resume, anonymized. So I have some of the same sections as you. I have languages and technologies. I like, it looks very jam-packed, yes. I probably need to improve that a bit. But what I'm doing also is like, I try to structure my bullet points the same way that this Google one is telling me to do. And I try to make it fit into one page. And there's a lot of things I could add into this resume that I didn't add in. So making sure that you only add in important stuff is also a skill. Because if I wanted to, this could be like 3 pages, but no recruiter will ever read that. So you need to learn how to limit it to like 1 or 2 pages. Or sorry, just 1 page. I would say 1 page until you have like 10 years of experience. If you're a student, 1 page is good. This is mine, and just watch my video on how to do it. And I have like 4 max on like one job thing. And I'll send you over my resume. Let me send this over to you. Let me send you over like my example resume. Yo, yeah, I just sent you my resume. So if you want to learn how to build the resume, just read that. No problem. No problem. Let's move on to the next question. That was a good one. Thanks for asking that. You should review mine. Send it over. Let's see. Okay, where was I? Is there an optimal number of internships one should take? I would say take as many as you want without being like a 25-year-old new grad. Like, try to take them when it's convenient. Like, try not to take some that's gonna delay your graduation date. But it's fine to delay your graduation date by like 1 year or 2 years. Because sometimes it just takes time to, like being a 23-year-old new grad is fine. But if you could take so much internships that you end up like graduating way too late or something like that. Or you can take so much internships that like some people took so much internships that they just dropped out of college. I've seen that a lot. So just take as many as you can get. Where's the RTO question? Oh, this is a good question. Dude, honestly, how do you think remote work has changed the industry, and do you think RTO should do a thing? I think like the COVID stuff helped companies like as a whole, the industry, because now people are more open to looking for talent outside of like their immediate demographic location. And a lot of times it really takes reaching out of your network, or reaching out of like the city that you live in order to find somebody that's going to fit the role that you're hiring for. So at Nova Credit, like one of my old companies, we spent 2 months trying to look for an engineering manager who was in the Bay Area, and it was so hard to find somebody who's gonna fit the role and is willing to work at a small stage startup and is willing to like hit it. All the criteria was so hard that we had to reach out to a lot of people from Canada, people from Latin America, all these different areas, just to get a big enough pool of candidates and then find the right person to the job. So I think remote work definitely like increases the pool of people that you can hire for the role. And it's just, I think it's overall beneficial. So I think remote work should keep on being a thing. And yeah, that's kind of my thoughts. RTO, it makes sense why they want to do RTO as well. RTO, I think it makes sense for like more junior people to be in the office, because they can just like ask questions and learn faster. But like some senior and staff people, like lock them in their room and let them cook. That's kind of like what they need to do. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Quality is good. What was the hardest CPS course you took in your opinion? Probably the hardest course in most schools is like objectively people say it's the algorithms course, which is just like when you just learn like algorithms. In my school, it was CPSC 413. This is the one people would say is the hardest, when you learn like NP hard and all that stuff. That one's pretty hard, but I would say the hardest one that I had to take was distributed algorithms. So this is the hardest course I had to take. And the reason why is because, yeah, it's pretty much like it's like the CPS 413, which was which was our algorithms course. But now instead of like figuring out how to make a algorithm run on one machine, figure out how to build a algorithm that could run on like 10 machines, and like try not to use a mutex, try not to use a semaphore, try not to use a lock, and build a distributed algorithm that could kind of run that. And I remember I had to read the textbook over like 7 different times before it even started clicking for me. So that was the hardest class that I had to take, the distributed algorithms course. Yeah, the proofs are hard. Doing any proofs is hard. Even like for this distributed algorithms course, we had to do proofs and it was so annoying. But it definitely helps you to learn how to think and how to like explain. Because like if you never have to do a proof, then you'll just be used to thinking, or you'll be used to being like, oh, this works, and it just works because it works. But a lot of times in the field, you can't just be like, it works. You need to prove it. And like, you never have to write like full out proofs at work, but like the thought process of how to prove things definitely holds. Like you can easily prove things by contradiction and things like that. Let's see. Luis. Wait, where am I? This is crazy. Okay, this is good stuff though. What was the hardest CPS? Okay. I'm currently not a fresh grad, but I'm like 1.5 years experience trying to get better roles, but I'll send my resume anonymized. Cool. Yeah, send that over. I'm accepting all friends. Thoughts on companies outsourcing? I would say like companies prefer not to outsource. Dude, companies in the US have so much money that if they could just afford someone here, they'd rather do that. A lot of people don't really trust some of like the quality that they get from outsourcing. I would say they used it as a last resort. And most of the successful companies that I've seen just straight hire talent directly under the company. And like, yeah, I would say I don't see outsourcing happen that much. I see it like for some the companies I worked at, there'd be like very specific projects that maybe they'll outsource, and those are usually very like simple projects. If it ever needs to be a complex project, they would rather do the hiring themselves. Sanjana, what we're doing is we're just doing a live Q&A here. How to land your first internship? Should your projects just be the focal point? Let me see this. How to land your first internship. Let's see, there's a bunch of stuff. Yeah, I can do resume reviews. Send it over. And anonymize it. Send it over to my Discord. The Discord is linked up here. Join the Discord. And then join the Discord. Then when you get on the Discord, talk to me right here and drop the resume, like send me the resume in this chat or something, or add me as a friend and send me the resume, and I'll do a resume review. I'm gonna do another one real quick right now. Somebody else sent me theirs. Okay, it's already looking fire. Okay, nice. Okay, I'm already looking at this, and I already did a few resume reviews. So like, yeah, I'm just gonna repeat this, but like, send it here. Send resumes. So when I'm looking at this resume, one thing that like this is kind of like a nit thing, but I would say use like a Arial font instead of or use a sans font. Use a sans font. Use a like an open sans font, because those look more modern. So we're open sans. Like use the fonts that look like this versus the ones that like have like these extra like these look a lot more modern, and you'll see most websites use like these fonts. So I would say prefer those fonts over like ones like these. I forget what the difference are. Yeah, I would definitely like switch the font to make your resume look a bit more modern. I would move your skills and interests up here if you already have experience. So let me read it. Yeah, I like how you start everything here. It's really good. That's a solid GPA. That's a really, really good GPA, actually. You drop your work experience. You say the company, you say the role, the city, state, and when you worked. Everything's good. Do something with partridge. See, this resume is good. I don't have any, like, I like this resume. This is a really good resume. I think it would pass, like, definitely it would pass because the bullet points are formatted well. Like, I think you follow what they do in this video that I keep referencing. Google how to build a resume. So you're like, this is an A+ resume because you're talking about like accomplish X as measured by Y by doing Z. That's kind of like all of your ones are actually results oriented. Like, one of the big problems I see with people's resumes sometimes is they'll just basically list out the job description. They're like, oh, I worked with 6 engineers on a project. I work cross-functionally. I built a server in React. Like, they just kind of list the job description, reiterate the job description in their resume. But you're actually talking about things that you've done in that job. And like, if I read these, I can kind of understand that, yeah, you're able to like work with team members. You're able to able to code basically, and you never had to list out the regurgitate the job description. But yeah, good job. That's a good resume. Some of them, like, you could probably, let's see. I don't know. Why are some bolded and some not? I like to bold it because it makes I like to bold the numbers because it makes it pop. I would say take all of your, like, your bullet points up here is really good, but it looks like some of them like are a bit weaker. So take all your bullet points and throw them in the GPT and make them stronger using GPT. That's what I would do here. Run this whole thing through GPT, and it might improve it a bit, and just send it to me again, and I'll analyze it again. But it looks solid. You have all the right sections. You're structuring your bullet points in the right way. And I think it's all about just getting the right content in front of the right recruiter in order to get get the job. Good job though. I like that resume. I'll give that resume A+ or A flat. A+ once you update some of the run some of the bullet points through GPT. Let's see. Holy crap. There's a lot of questions here. 5 more subscribers till we hit 1K. Where are we at? Yeah. When your students' projects are always going to be the focal point. Even when you're a new grad, even when you're moving from your first job to second job, it's way less of a focal point actually. They kind of just care what you did in your last job. So education projects definitely will help you land your first job. And then your second job after you already worked as a new grad for a couple of years, it could help it will help your resume, but they definitely are looking for what you did in your last job once you start looking for like job 2, job 3, job 4, job 5. V and Caesar, what's up? Do you actually retain the stuff you learn in school? I feel like I kind of study for exams rather than actually learning. Like, Azan, how are you studying? Like, it all depends on how you're studying. Let's go, 998. It really all depends on how you're actually studying for your school. I actually retained a good amount of stuff in school. Yeah, that 999. Let's go. Who's gonna be the 1,000th? This is crazy. Live on stream, we're hitting 1,000. I'm gonna start recording this. About to hit 1,000. Yeah. I would say like, let's go 1K. That is crazy. Let's go 1K. Thanks everyone. I really appreciate it. Let's keep it up. Let's run this up to 2K tonight. No, I'm just kidding. Yo, appreciate y'all. $1K, that's crazy. Yo, what's your Venmo, man? Let me send you some money for being 1K. I'm just kidding. Yo, appreciate you though for being that 1,000 subscriber. WWW. Yeah, the 1,000 subscriber, if I could figure it out, is gonna get a small prize. So just comment below if you're the 1,000 subscriber, and I'll run an AI to figure out if you're lying or not. Okay, dude, like honestly, don't be too focus on just getting high marks, and also balance everything. Like I tried to get high marks, but I also made sure to have some friends too. So I don't know. Definitely high marks is kind of important, but if you don't get a high mark, don't like beat yourself up about it. Just figure out like how you could improve next time. And a lot of times when I got good marks is because I would like try to understand the content before I start the class. So if I'm taking a distributed algorithm or distributed systems course, I'll kind of understand what I'm gonna even learn in that class, and then like kind of read through the syllabus and kind of like at a high level learn everything. So when I'm in class and they're trying to teach me stuff, I already know a little bit about it, and it's not like I don't go in my distributed systems course and like they're introducing the topic of fault tolerance. I've never heard of fault tolerance in my life. I kind of have a general idea what it is. I might not be an expert, but it's not the first time I heard it. So like I definitely would say like optimize for like not hearing things for the first time when you're in your lecture. Yo, what's up? What's up? Yo, this is crazy. Appreciate all y'all. This is good. Appreciate you guys. Let's just keep answering more questions. Yeah, I already did a resume review. Thoughts on TikTok being banned in America? Is it banned in is TikTok banned in the US now? Yo, I don't even use TikTok. Do y'all use TikTok? I would say, dude, TikTok is funny. I don't really use TikTok. I watch a lot of YouTube, but I would say definitely try to limit your social media consumption. Um, that's what I would say. Like, yeah, I try to limit my social media consumption to probably like an hour each day, and I try to delete apps unless it's the weekend. So I'll download some apps, and then on the week, or I'll download apps only on the weekend, and I'll delete it on Monday or something. Cause I just know if I have it on my phone, I'm gonna be using it. So I like to delete the apps. Try to limit your social media consumption for sure. And honestly, you'll like for me when I started limiting my social media consumption, I was way happier. I didn't even expect that, but I just felt a lot happier. And like it's a big change at first when you stop using social media, especially if you grew up in social media and everyone you know is on social media. You kind of start getting left out on things. Like you start missing out on like different conversations. You start missing out on a lot of things. But like it's doing more worse for you than it is doing good for you, in my opinion. So try to limit your social media consumption. And if you can't limit it, literally just delete the app. And I even took it a step further. And on if you try to come to my house and use social media, it's blocked on my internet. You can't access Instagram or Twitter only on Sunday. Only on Sunday between like 12 and 10 p.m. I don't know if that's crazy, but that's how I limit social media. So my thoughts on TikTok being banned is like that's kind of wild, but I think overall people should limit social media consumption. What else do we have? We'll keep this going for like another 40 minutes. Or when questions die down. I need some water. Like, what is everyone's thoughts on social media? Like, does everyone use it still? Or they try to limit it? One sec. I'm grabbing more water. Give me a sec. Grabbing water. Give me a sec. These are all really good questions though. Let's move on to the next one. Dude, Paul. It takes it's a crazy numbers game. I applied for when I was in New Grad, I applied for 3 months across like 500 different companies with no replies. I literally thought I was cooked. I was like, what's bad? Like, and my resume I thought was solid, and I was still not getting jobs. Like, just keep shooting. Like, the only time you'll not get a reply is when you stop. Just keep spamming. And then once you get one, you're gonna, like, you'll just remember it. Let me fix the game. How's the audio, by the way? So just keep shooting, man. Just keep apply to as many jobs as you can. I went 3 months when I was hunting for new grad positions in 2021 with no reply. How to find accommodation? This is a really good question. Like, look for people who, if there's a big intern class, look for other interns who are in that class, and then also look for people who are like, try to join discords of like students who are moving to that city. And yeah, I would say that's the way you should do it. And probably visit there. Like, the way I did it was, when I moved to SF, I didn't, like, luckily I had an uncle that was living there, but he lived like an hour away from the city. So definitely just ask locals as much as possible of like what are good places. Try to find people who are like who like live in that city. I don't know. That's kind of my advice. It's really hard though. Like, it's really hard to find accommodation when you're moving to a city. That's like one of the hardest parts. So one thing I would suggest is also try to convince your company to give you money in order to do that, to make that transition easier. Okay. Alan, what's up? What's up? I think I do too much memorization and study past midterms. When I'm doing random learning on my own for software, I recognize concepts and kind of teach them to myself again. Nice. 1K, yeah. Let's get it. Harry, thanks. Sub, Trish, thanks. How's the job market in the US? Say for coming masters in US around. Honestly, how the job market is in the US, I think it's improved a lot. So 2021 was COVID. I would say like so 2021 I would say it was good. 2020 I would say it was excellent. I would say 2020 was excellent. 2021 it was like I would say it was excellent in 2021 because it was like growth at all costs type of mindset where companies were just growing at all costs, and since the government injected money into the economy, like there's just a lot of money floating around and people were just spending it, and valuations were like through the roof. And it got corrected in 2022. We hit in the recession, and pretty much we hit the recession. 2023 was a pretty recession year as well. Like we were just grinding 2023, like nothing was happening. 2024 I would say finally bounced back, but definitely not at the same levels as before. And now in 2025 I think it's a good time to be getting into it again, honestly. Lots of companies, it's like I would say medium. So that's like my little take on like the last like 6 years. Dude, Paul, just keep applying for roles, man. Trust me. I went like 3 months without any roles. Yeah, your master's in ML. But honestly, the industry is really tough right now. So yeah, it's been 5 years. It's almost been 6 years since COVID, if you think about it. It's crazy. So what? How do you think AI? Yeah, sure, no problem. Let me know if you have any more questions or if you want me to dive deeper into that. But I would say like you should be optimistic, but it's still not like 2020 and 2021, like 2019. Those were like golden years of like engineering at the time. Like there was a lot of jobs, but I would say 2018 and 2019 weren't really as good for global candidates because most of the time they're just hiring people who lived in that industry. I was applying in this time and it was really hard for me to find jobs in SF. But around 2020 and 2021, when they started doing remote interviews and stuff, they just started hiring a lot more people globally because they can just interview them easily. In 2018 and 2019, everything was still on site. So it was a big commitment to hire someone from out of town because you have to fly them in and all that. So I would say this was like golden years for like anybody getting a job. But then like definitely we're still in a down period. But I think the demand for software, the demand for AI is like driving the demand for software. And like people are just using more and more software each day. Like more and more people are getting access to the internet. More and more people use the internet literally for everything. So the demand of software just keeps going up. And as demand of software keeps going up, there's going to be jobs. But obviously AI can help, like is going to, like, I don't know. I think learning how to code is going to be useful regardless of like the year. So if you're in that field, you're taking like something that's going to be used. Okay, I'll take a look at that in a second. But Alex, should I focus my time on a good project or lead coding? Like I would ask you, like, are you able to land interviews? Because if you can't land interviews, I would focus on building my projects. So pretty much like if I look at it, like if we look at like a funnel to getting a job, right? Like the job is at the top of the funnel. Like LeetCode skills is like to increase this top of the funnel right here, you need to have good projects. So the more projects you have, the more companies that could like that you can get into your funnel of like possibly landing that job. Afterwards, once you get them in the funnel, yeah, good lead coding is important. And then also like good system design if you're like a good system design. So I would say like definitely like if you can't get anything at the top of funnel, definitely improve your projects and like help improve top of the funnel. Then once you can land more and more opportunities, start getting good at LeetCode and good at system design, different things that like will let you like make you land that job easier. And I would say also definitely improve your social media presence, like have a LinkedIn, have your resume on your LinkedIn, because a lot of the times for me as well, recruiters are reaching out to me and it's hard for me to apply for a role and actually land an interview. I would say in my last job hunt, 90% of the companies where I got a job or like where I got an interview, they reached out to me, not vice versa. So definitely increase your social media presence, like through LinkedIn or something. Let's see. Yeah, that answers a ton of different questions here. Let's see. I'm gonna. E, what's up? Any questions? Yo, E, I can like handle. Yo, Alan, that's a really good question. I literally dropped. Yeah. You're right. Justin, you're very correct there. Like, definitely, you don't want to like get a interview and then you're like panicking because you don't know how to do LeetCode. Definitely make sure that you're keeping them sharp, but don't just spam LeetCode questions if you can't land an interview. Definitely like work on this top of the funnel. But like what Justin's saying here is like I plus one that as well. I agree with this. Like definitely make sure you're a bit sharp so when the opportunity arises, you can capitalize it. Like what's that quote? It's like success something about success is like when opportunity meets with skill. Like you have like what it takes and all of a sudden the opportunity arises yourself and you're ready to capitalize on it. So you need to just make sure you're prepared. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and not a lot of companies are asking double hearts, for example. Dude, Alan, definitely. I have a video on this. Let's see. I'm gonna send you this video, but and then I'll also show you the website. Like, check this on. So Alan, check this one out. But I would say my favorite resource is Hello Interview. This is actually like my favorite resource personally. Because like they talk about everything on this website. They also have their own YouTube channel. So pretty much the reason I like this website so much is like one day, like first off, they have all the core concepts here listed for you. If you want to learn all the core concepts that you need for system design, they have literally everything here. They have all the key technologies. They have all the key patterns. They have everything in this website. Just go read this website and figure out all the core concepts, and like this is all like very good information, and I've already validated like that it's really good. Like when I read it, I was like, I've already read like a couple system design books and like looked through a lot of system design content, and this one definitely is really good. So yeah, and one thing I really like about this one is that, like, for example, Design Uber. It walks you through exactly how you should walk through a system design interview. And look, this is ran by a Meta staff engineer, so this guy knows what he's talking about. And it walks you through like how you would walk through the problem. You would start off with requirements gathering, like what are the functional requirements, what are the non-functional requirements. Then it helps you like list that out. And it also talks about things that are like below the line, because a lot of the times when you're doing a system design interview, you want to reduce the scope, because like if we say design Uber, like if you think about Uber right now, Uber has so much different features. You can never do that full system in a system design interview. You need to reduce the scope. So a really good candidates are able to like figure out what are the core requirements and what should be out of scope. So this talks about like what stuff we could talk about, but it's probably out of scope for the interview. So I like how it has a below the line. Like if you see a lot of other system design content, it will just tell you the core requirements, but never talk about like what you should like say, and then what you should say is going to be out of scope as well. And then like when you get into like deep diving, it also like, if you look at a lot of system design material, let me check the chat. If you look at a lot of system design material, you'll always see the best solution possible. Like when it says like, how should we handle frequent driver location updates and efficient proximity searches on location data? Most articles is just always going to give you the great solution, but will never tell you what a bad solution and a good solution is. And that's really important to know, because then you could look at all three solutions and see why, like what makes a solution better than the other solution. Because you'll see candidates and they'll know the great solution for everything, but they won't know alternatives. So you can tell that they studied a lot, but they don't really grasp the concepts, because they can't give you more than one solution. They'll just be able to recite something that they read on the textbook. But you should be able to like recite multiple solutions and say like why one is better than the other. That shows like a deeper understanding, and I think this website definitely will help you get to that point. Let me know if that makes sense, Alan. Yeah, Paul, makes sense. Yeah, definitely check out this website. This is like the best website. And then I would also say like these Alex Zeus system design interview questions are really, or interview books are really good. I would say like look into these books as well. I have these books. I think these books are on me. One sec. Alan, check out this book. This is a really good book, and I explain all this stuff in that video that I mentioned. Okay, Alan, any more questions? Paul, I'm about to read your latest resume. Give me a sec. Yeah, check out that video. I think it'll answer a lot. Okay, let me solve this one LeetCode question quick and then get back into more questions. I need to... Somebody challenge me to a LeetCode question. So what I'm gonna do is like literally, let me take this string and parse out the words. Yeah, so let me parse out all the words, and then once I have all the words, I'll like store band in a hash map, and then so what I'm gonna essentially do is I'm gonna have a hash map. I'm gonna build a hash map of frequencies of word frequencies. So it's gonna be like Bob. Let me shrink this. We'll have Bob hit, etc. And then like we'll loop through. We'll basically parse this paragraphs. Step one, parse paragraph into words. Build a set for band words, then loop through each word in the paragraph. If it's not in band word set, we increment the count. So now we just need to parse out the words. Oh, really? Nice. Bollock of. So what I'll do is like, let me just lower it quick, paragraph. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna parse out, like now I lowered this, now I just want to parse out the the spaces. I want to replace, pretty much what I'm gonna do is replace all the punctuations. What I want to do is replace all the punctuations and spaces. Replace punctuations with just like empty, and replace multiple spaces with just like a single space. And I could do that using regex. And then after that, I can just split the string. So I think the best way to do this is using like a regex. So I need to look up the syntax. So what I'll do is I'll ask my interviewer, I'll be like, can I look up the syntax for replacing via regex? So I'll be like, and I could do this manually too, but like a lot of companies, they'll just let you look this up. So I want to replace via regex. I don't remember this. Okay, cool. So I'll do something like this. So I'll say paragraph. And then like what I know is like I'll replace like multiple spaces. I need to brush up on regex quick. Regex. Okay, I'm gonna need to refresh hard on regex, but let's go. Yeah, white space is that. So I'll replace any S with just a single S. And then I'll replace punctuations. Like replace. Let's look up. I'll do something like if it's any one of these. Dude, I don't remember regex at all. My pattern settings. Cheat sheet. How do you do or? Okay. So I need to match on escape that. Okay. So now I'll replace I'm doing a bit of magic here for replacing paragraph. So I'm doing some regex. So you can see that now we have it there. Now we can just say words equals dot split. Or I guess we don't really need to do this. We just need to, because split just splits on all white characters. So if we do split, we get the words. And now all we need to do now is from collections. And we'll say so return the most frequent word that is not banned. So what we can do is like we can do so first we're removing the punctuations, and like we're turning long spaces into white spaces. So that's what this does right here. Then we're gonna split that, and then we're gonna create a frequency count. Our frequency count is like this, and I'm pretty much gonna say, and I'm gonna basically band equals like, I'll turn that into a set. So these are the set of banned words, and I'll say for word in words, if word in banned, we continue. Other words, otherwise, what is? It's like our algorithm, we can speed up, like we could probably speed this up faster, but this is like kind of a naive approach. And like where we're slowing down is when we're trying to figure out if like hit like when we're trying to figure out like if or yeah, let me think about that. I think this is good. So for if word isn't banned, continue. Otherwise, frequency of word equals 1. Then what we're gonna do is like okay, then we're gonna be like frequency word. Then we could like just loop through. We can see best result. Best result. Word. Return the best word. So we'll increase that if is greater than best res, then best res equals the frequency count of the word. Otherwise, and the best word equals word. Something like that. That should do it. What the heck? Is it not handling the spaces? Let's see. Yeah, wait. What happened here? Oh, let's see. Oh, I see. I messed up a bit. Let's say I have to split it here. Then I'll do this after. Sorry, that's a really tough edge case. Yo, Jay, thank you, appreciate it. Nice. Farzan, run the solution. Let's see. Google guy in the building. I gave y'all a big shout out on my last one. Where is this? My journey. Dude, Google guy, go watch this. And Jay, go watch this. I give y'all a big shout out there. Google guy, Jay, everyone's in there. Yo, someone give me another LeetCode question. Or ask me Q&A. I more prefer a LeetCode question right now, though. I had a really good Q&A portion earlier. But, like, if there's really good... Yeah. Farzan. Drop your... Send your resume in this... This is how to find me on Discord. And just send me a resume. And I'll review it. Anonymize it and everything. So I'm not, like... just remove all your, like, emails and stuff like that. If you don't want to get doxxed. yeah, send me it then. Yeah, like at the end of the day, like if you don't anonymize it, then you get free promo. So, bro, Farzan, you look like me when I was a kid. The heck, that picture. Yo, Google guy, give me a good question. Addy, thank you. Appreciate it. For DevOps, I would say probably not. It's probably not as needed. Yo, this guy goes to Berkeley. Legend. Okay. These link. Okay, nice. You're adding links. You have a sick GPA. You already go to sick school. Dude, you work at a YC company. I like how you structure. So funny. This guy's Addy, yes, I can understand it. Dude, this dude's cracked. What the heck? Dude, okay. Bro. Bro, you're cracked. What the heck? So... This is a good resume. You're a TA. Okay, let me actually review this properly. Bro, add a little, like, this isn't very nit, but just add a little bit of space between this and that. I like how you have your links here, so you could easily link into it. I like how you have one page. I like how you structure your resume, because this is like the optimal way to structure your resume if you're a student. I keep going back to this one video by YouTube, Google how to build a resume. And it's pretty much like you're following all the advice there. Like, since you're a recent grad, you're following this on the left, where you're putting your education experience up front. Me, I like already worked in the industry, so pretty much I put my experience at first and my education at the bottom. But what you're doing here is like perfectly correct, and you're running all your bullet points the way that like they recommend it here, like accomplish X as measured by Y by doing Z. So yeah, you're like, okay, this is what I accomplished. I reduced page load time by 70% as measured by improving metrics. Dude, your resume is good, bro. Alex, bro, that's what I'm saying. This is a good resume. Reduce backend hosting costs by migrating a legacies. This is a good resume, I can't lie. He was a research intern assistant, has all the projects, those in the skills. Bro. The market is cooked? I might have to... Is the market cooked? Dude. Okay. How long have you been applying for? Here, let me... Like, how long have you been applying for? We might have to do a call-in service, man. This is like a very interesting thing we need to get into. Here, hop on the... Shit, I don't know how to do the call-in thing. Okay, you've been applying since August. It's January. You didn't get any call back from anywhere? Dude, your resume is good. Okay. Hop in lounge. Wait, let me figure this out.
Hello?
Yo, you're not getting a job? That's crazy, bro.
Well, let me mute the stream real quick. Hold on.
Let me know
Okay.
how the stream is working, how it sounds too, like with you talking there, like if it's feedback.
Oh, yeah, give me 1 second.
Is there feedback? Like, let me ask the chat.
Okay, cool. I think the stream can hear me as well, which is fine.
Alright. So,
Yeah.
bro, how did you not get a job with this resume?
Okay, I can tell you, like, all of the processes I got, like, all the places I heard back from, just to, like,
Yeah.
establish something, I guess. So, okay. I heard back from Bloomberg, like, I'm in the interview process with them.
Nice.
Like, bunch of, like, random startups reached out to me just because, like, if you worked at a YC startup before, like,
Yeah.
you're automatically part of that, like, job network or whatever, but it's, like, it's, like, 5 people startups, like, I mean, I'm not really trying to, like, work at a 5-person startup.
Yeah.
Like, it's a cool you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, places I haven't heard back from anywhere, though. So some new grad, like, some companies I say applications to were, like, like, all of them, like, Palantir, like, Meta, Google, Tesla, like, Uber, like, all the big tech companies, right? And I, like, low-key feel like I should have heard back, or, I don't know, I kind of wish I heard back from, like, at least one of them.
Yeah.
But, I only heard back from, like, out of all the big companies, like, Bloomberg, like, I had a company called App11, like, reach out to me.
Yeah.
And, like, SpaceX, like, those were the only 3.
Bro,
which,
those
like,
are good. Dude, like, honestly, it's all about how many jobs you applied for, too. Like, a lot of those companies aren't really hiring for new grads right now. Like, they're starting to do it more, but, like, I've seen it happening less. But just, you applied at literally every big company, huh? And you want to work at a
Dude, every place.
like where do you want to work for when
Yeah,
you graduate?
like low key, I feel like I kind of want to work at like a big tech company to be honest. Like I don't know, I feel like that's just like the next step. And like I'm looking at the chat. Did I have any referrals? Yeah, like I applied to some places with referrals, but like to be honest, dude, I feel like referrals aren't like all of that almost. And it's like some companies have like new grad pipelines, like Meta and Google and whatnot. Where like there are a bunch of people that get interviews like at the end of the day. But
Yeah.
like even then, like I wasn't able to like get into the process, if you know what I mean.
Bro, like yeah. Honestly, let me see. Maybe I swear there it's like a numbers game because they use a lot of I feel like they use a lot of AI to figure out for the role, and even like when I like got like I never really applied to some of those companies. Like when I applied, I never got like they never reached out to me, but they would just like eventually reach out to me. Like it would always be like just make sure you have like a LinkedIn presence. Make sure on your LinkedIn that it says you're open to work. That's like one hack that really
I
helped
did
me.
the I did the open to work like just for recruiters, like
Yeah.
because like yeah, I feel like the public thing's like kind of cringe. Like, but that's just me. That's
Yeah,
just me
yeah.
though.
Don't
Like,
have the
I
green
probably should.
banner.
Yeah, yeah, but
That's
I mean, you know
good.
what I mean.
Yeah, you don't need the green banner for sure, but definitely have it
Yeah,
open
it's
to
like
work.
people said like posting stuff on LinkedIn. Like I don't know, but like dude, I'm not about to post on LinkedIn like random shit. But
I mean, yeah, that's true, bro. Honestly, it's like it's a numbers game because I've seen people land like a Google interview but can't land a Meta interview. Then they land like a Microsoft interview but can never land a Google interview.
yeah,
Like,
but that's still like
yeah,
in that same league almost, right? Like I would say like that's still like not like that bad. Like, because you're still like getting, like I would say, like Google, like Microsoft, like still in like that big tech league. And if you're landing like a couple of them, it's fine. But like I literally haven't like heard back from any like my callback rate has been so bad. Like it's insane.
dude, that's crazy. I would say also like, are you talking to recruiters and stuff, or you don't want to do that either?
No, I can do that, like for sure. Like cold email recruiters for sure. Like that's the one thing where like I know some people have like recruiters that they like cold emailed
Yeah.
to like get into like different processes and stuff. But, like I found that out like a little too late. And like even if I did know that, like realistically, like I I feel like I should like I don't know if I like it sounds entitled or whatever, but I don't know. I feel like my resume and background should be enough to like get into those like processes like organically by like cold applying. Like I don't know like. Uh, I guess maybe because I don't have like any prestigious like previous experience. But I don't know. Like I kind of just wish that like I didn't have to like go through like all those extra hoops of like getting into like these like interview processes, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, no, like your your um your resume is pretty good. Like I don't have like I like how you structured everything like that. Like I wonder why companies don't apply, but I think with getting your first job, sometimes it's just like you might not get what's optimal. Like your first job, I would say focus on learning. I would say like if you like really think about it, do you really want to join a big tech first thing when you graduate, or do you want to go to a place where you gain like some really good experience and like build your resume really well, and then like later you're gonna maybe 2 3 years down the line all those companies will be reaching out to you, because that's kind of what happened to me. Like when I didn't get like I got like a Bloomberg and all that stuff too, and some of the big tech companies, but then I chose to work at like a early series B startup like around 50 to 100 people. And the first project, like I literally hopped into a company, and the first project that they made me work on was to take the company internationally, like build out, take our project that was traditionally US based, or take our company that was traditionally US based, and bring it to Singapore, bring it to the UK. And then like once I got that
Mm.
experience under my belt, like you, that would be so hard to do at a big tech startup or a big tech company, like get that sort of experience. Like once you get that under your belt, a lot of companies come, and then like when you're doing your interviews, you have so much things to talk about in your interviews as well. So I feel like I would just like, if you can't get big tech, like it's not the end of the world. I think there's tons of great things that you could do outside of big tech, that will like that are just as good, and you might not see it right now, but like 3 years down the road when you take like a job that like one of those jobs that are riskier, you'll see it pay off. I've seen it pay off for a lot of people.
All
I don't know
right,
if that
for
makes
sure.
sense.
Yeah.
But your
Okay.
resume is
Cool.
sick. I would just keep spamming it. I literally let me send it to some recruiter. Like I have a cousin who recruits at Roblox and another one that does like AI. Like let me send it to them and get them to figure out why this wouldn't go through. Because I'm not really a recruiter, but I feel like you already go to a target school. You already have good internships. Like I feel like this resume is crazy. Like what that guy said in the chat. Like if this guy can't get a job, we're all cooked, bro. So
Oh wait, yeah. If you send it to like a recruiter like friend, dude, I would like really appreciate it.
yeah. Add me up on let me send you my details and stuff. Appreciate you hopping on the call. Let me
Of
send
course.
yeah.
Oh, dude. Also, like random. I actually saw like I have a picture with Khabib, dude. You're like a UFC like, are you a UFC fan? MMA fan?
Yeah.
Do you know who Khabib is?
Yeah.
Dude, I like randomly like saw him like just the other day. Like,
Really?
I don't know.
Dude, I
Yeah.
randomly
Like
ran into him
because you know
too.
the A. Oh, wait. Are you near like the AKA, like near Santa Teresa or something?
No,
Like,
I just live straight
or,
downtown SF. But what happened is like I just literally I was walking around Fisherman's Wharf and I saw like Islam Makachev or something. And I started following him and then I ran into like the whole crew, like Khabib, all of them. I started taking a picture. It was crazy.
they started following him was crazy. He would like put you in a choke. No.
Yeah. Dude.
Yeah. All right. That's funny. I just thought I'd mention that. All right.
Where did
But
you
yeah,
see
for
him?
sure.
Like you're staying out in Berkeley?
No, so I mean, I just graduated, so like I moved back, but this is actually like a little bit ago. But I live like really close to the gym, like the AKA he like trains at.
Wow.
So like literally like 30 seconds away. But I like I just like saw him like near
Yeah.
there.
Dude, yeah. Honestly, your resume is really good. If you already graduate, I would just say like take like Bloomberg is a good job as well, but they'll make you move to New York. I had an offer at Bloomberg and I was like I didn't want to move to New York at all costs because everything is happening.
You're fine.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I didn't even get Bloomberg offer yet. Like I'm in. Dude, the recruiter ghosted me for like 4 weeks, but I finally moved on to like the next stage. But we'll see what happens. Like
Yeah. Dude, it takes forever
just-
to land the. Bro, once you get the just focus on like what you can control too. Like you're doing everything right. I would just say like your time is coming. Don't just keep applying. Like I think you have a solid resume, and I'd be happy about that. But and you are getting interviews and stuff. But like since you're focusing on big tech, sometimes that's harder to control. Like sometimes you just don't get it. Because so much people are applying for that and they have all these different initiatives. Like maybe I don't even know, they just have different ways of figuring out who they want. And yeah.
Got it. All right. Well, for sure, I appreciate it. And yeah, if you do send over to like your recruiter friends or
Yeah.
like someone's like keep me updated. Let me know what they say.
Sounds good. Yeah, like I'll message you directly here on Discord.
Alright.
But all right, peace out.
Perfect. Thanks so
Good job
much.
on the
Have a
resume.
great night.
No problem. You too. Yo, this guy's resume is crazy. Chat, what do you think about the resume? I think the resume is good. I worked with Berkeley kids, and Berkeley kids are really smart. I like the Berkeley kids. Berkeley kids, Stanford kids, Waterloo kids. I like those kids are good. I literally don't know why he's not getting a job. I need to really investigate. David, did you send me your resume too? You want me to do a resume review? Count the number of good subarrays. Okay. Do LeetCode 4. This is LeetCode 4. Bro. If this dude is unemployed, the job market is mega cooked. Wait, what happened? Open. Is it lagging? Wait, how's audio for people? Or wait, let me see. Wait, let me check up on my audio. Okay, everything is still working. Yeah. Seems good right now. Perfect, perfect. Dude, I took my first. That was my first like call live. That was sick. Shout out to who's that guy? What's his name again? Who did I do the resume review on? That was good. LeetCode number 4. Median of 2 sort arrays? Bro. That's like the hardest question ever. This is like a modified binary search question. That's going to take me so long to explain. Yeah, this Farzan is good, man. Farzan, shout out to Farzan. I'm gonna post a video of this. This guy needs a job, bro. Get Farzan a job 2025. That resume is good. I'm a post him for some visibility because that's ridiculous. Yeah, his standards are very high, but sometimes, like, I mean, he just has... That's fine also to have high standards as well, but it's crazy. Alex, is there still a lot of remote SWE jobs out there? Yes, there's definitely lots of remote SWE jobs, especially for startups in the Bay Area. And startups in the Bay Area, yeah, dude, median of 2 sort arrays is gonna take like, bro, I've watched like 10 videos on how to get this done. Like, I understand the concept, but just getting it to work is so annoying. Like, I don't know. Like, today I worked from 8 to 6. I hit the gym and I came back. I slept for 2 hours and jumped on live at 10. So I'll need to like do this tomorrow morning if I want to do it accurately. But Alex, there's actually a lot of remote SWE jobs, especially for startups, and startups pay a lot of money actually out in the Bay Area. Like, startups will pay you a lot of money, like almost as much as like similar to Fang, and a lot of them, to stay competitive, they'll let you work remote. So I would say there's still lots of remote jobs. There's still lots of remote jobs. I haven't seen that dying as much. And let me get refresh on some water. 1 second. Okay, let me do that other question someone said. Paul, like, you sent me your resume? Paul, did you send me your resume? I already reviewed it, right? Let me do this one. Count number of good subarrays. Bro, I can't. Yeah, okay. As long as it's not LeetCode hards, I'll be good. I'll do a session where I just do straight LeetCode hards. Yeah. Okay, Paul. Let me pull it up real quick. Wait, I'm talking to Farzad. Okay. Let's handle this question. Given an integer array nums and an integer k, return the number of... Oh, someone's sending me yours. Return the number of good subarrays of nums. An array is good if there is at least k pairs of indices such that I is less than j. And array... Okay. Oh yeah, let me quickly look at Paul's. I would say, like, we could still improve the bullet points by following the format defined in this video. Accomplish X as measured Y by doing Z. So for example, right here, you're like, worked on improving data integration processes, reducing latency by 5%. Like, talk about what you accomplished first. Be like, reduce latencies by 25% by improving data integrations. Something like that. Like, or yeah. Be like, reduce latencies of our system, of like X system by 25% by like doing, like, how did you reduce the latencies? Yeah, like working, like be more specific on like improve, what did you do to improve the data integration process? Like, okay, yeah. Pretty much, yeah, what I would say is just try to follow this, and you could literally type it into ChatGPT. Be like, ChatGPT, look at my bullet point. Look at the bullet points on this. You can send a screenshot. Look at the bullet points and refactor my resume so that it follows this specific format. That's literally what I would say. That's like literally all I would do there. So I think it looks good. Just the bullet points could be a bit improved. Yo, Farzad, how many LeetCode questions have you done? Okay, let me think about this one. What? Let's see, pop up chat. What's your systematic way? Dude, this is why I like this YouTube stuff, because I'm literally learning from people who are watching. Like, Farzad, you're teaching me a lot, bro. Dude, my stream croaked. Wait, that's... So I'm still trying to understand this question. You have to do LeetCode contest and then use zero track to practice problems rated 100, 200. Interesting, dude. Okay, that's crazy. I never even knew of that. Okay, this is smart. Okay, let me try this. Dude, yo, Farzan, you're a legend, bro. Dude, get this man a job. Get this man a job. What the? I'm gonna try this out. What's going on here? That's crazy. Like what you said there makes 100% sense. That's actually smart. I never thought of that, bro. I was literally just grinding out LeetCode questions. Yeah. Dude, this is sick. Okay, I'm gonna try this out. I've never done a LeetCode contest in my life, but this is sick. Saturday night. Okay, I'm gonna try this tomorrow. Dude, this is good. That's actually really good advice. That's like one of the more interesting ways to get LeetCode that I've seen online. Bro, what else do you know, man? Oh, pinned Discord link is expired? Shoot. Yo, someone dropped the Discord link. Like I can't do it while streaming. Yo, you and Farzan are crazy. Y'all better do it for real. Dude, I can't access the Discord link because I'm streaming right now. It won't let me. Okay. I would say, yeah, 150 is enough for Fang because Fang, you can like literally look up tagged interviews for Fang companies and just study those exact questions, and then you'll be able to like understand. Yeah, same here. Like LeetCoding is actually fun. Once you get good at LeetCode, it's pretty fun to do. But I really like your approach. I think I'm definitely gonna try this out and let you know how much better I get using it, and then figure out like my ELO and stuff like that. Cause a lot of times I'll just end up doing questions that I probably even already know how to do. Like a lot of the graphs and trees ones are like I can do, but probably I need to like push myself on some of the harder like different ones that I've never seen before. And using an AI to figure out good questions for me based on my ELO sounds like a really good idea. Let's get back into this question. Bro, I'm sweating in this room. I'll probably stream for like 30 more minutes. Yeah, honestly, like these tree ones or these array ones are the ones that are harder for me. Like trees and stuff, I could do those all day, every day, like hards and stuff. But sometimes these array ones like just trip me out. So let me think through this approach. Like what? First off, what is this thing even asking, bro? So you're given an array of nums and an integer k. Return the number of good subarrays of nums. A subarray is a contiguous, non-empty sequence. Okay, it needs to be contiguous. A subarray is good if there is at least k pairs of indices, I and j, such that I is less than j. So two indices that are the same. So this indice is the same as this, and this indice is this. Why isn't this 0? Dude, you never master LeetCode, honestly. I'm still like, there's still questions that I can't do. But I would say I'm pretty like I can solve a good amount of LeetCode questions, but I don't know. It just takes time. I don't think you ever master LeetCode, but like if you do what Farzan mentioned here, I feel like this is actually a hack. You could actually master LeetCode with this. It kind of makes sense what he said there. Definitely just spamming LeetCode questions won't get you to this. You kind of need to like figure out what you're good at. Yeah, I can do 1D DP and 2D DP. If you have any good questions, I can look at it. The only good subarray is the array nums itself. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. So like the brute force for this, in tries? What do you mean tries? Isn't tries just graph? Like, are you talking about prefix trees? So the brute force of this is like, it's pretty much like, let me just do a double for loop here to just see like how many good pairs are in here. I feel like this one we're gonna have to do like some sort of caching via like a prefix sum or something like that. So we're saying for if dude, like Paul, give me the try question. I think I'm pretty decent with tries. And send me some DP question. I'm pretty decent with, I'll show you my LeetCode stats. I did a lot of, those LeetCode questions. Like, one sec. So currently, let's see. Let me move this out quick so I can see the chat. Where do you look at the? Yeah, Farzan, what? Like, dude, Farzan, like hitting everything. That's what I do too. Usually I try to do top down, and then if I top down using DF or like a backtracking DFS, etc. With memoization, and then afterwards, yeah, word search too is hard. But yeah, I usually do top down first, and then like if I can figure out a way to bottom up it, then I'll do it. But most interviews are fine with that. Let's see. How do we show tags? Here. It says I did 69 dynamic programming questions. Tutor by. Bro, like how do I filter this by? Bro, this thing's annoying. I've done a bunch of those. Yeah, iterative DP is pretty hard. But like, yo, everyone in this chat seems like they know exactly what they're doing. It's just keep working at it, man. Like, it's just hard. Like, everyone here, like, probably would even get a better job than me, man. Like, y'all are doing good. Just keep grinding. So How many pairs is this? Like I don't know what happened, but everyone out here is cracked now. So the first one, it has 10, like this subarray has 10 pairs. So I'm thinking of like maybe doing some sort of sliding window and then trying to see how many good pairs are in that sliding window. Try to do like a sliding, but like the one thing about the sliding window technique here is like when do we grow? Like what I'm trying to think is like when do we move our right pointer and when we move our left? We probably want to move our right pointer. Or let me see. Or let me think. Is it like let me think. This is actually a pretty decent question. So we're trying to So I think it's at minimum a O of n squared algorithm to figure out the number of good pairs because you're kind of comparing them. Like at most we can get an O of n squared to figure out like how many good pairs are in a subarray. But then we just like, is there a way to find number of good pairs without doing an O of n squared? So I think the minimum best is like some O of n squared algorithm. But we just don't want to get into like n cubed or anything like that. Because in order to find we slide left pointer when the num pairs in the window is greater than k. We slide the left pointer when the number of pairs in the window is greater than k. Okay, let's try this here. So we're going to have like a left and right pointer. We're going to move the right pointer. This is not a good pair. This is not a good pair. This is a good pair. So this becomes one good pair. We get one. And then essentially now we get 1, 3, 1, 4, 2, 2. Yeah, that has 2 pairs. But it's like when do we want to keep increasing this? I don't even think we need to I feel like we can like do we might even be able to explore an approach when we have like a hash map of frequencies. And then like since we know the frequencies, like when we see a 2, we can be like based on like the frequencies, we'll know if I can make myself a pair by like looking like if it's an even number of frequencies, then that's how many pairs. Or like I can figure out the number of pairs based on the like if I store frequencies of like the previous characters or previous numbers that I saw. I'm just exploring that thought. That it's the sliding window is a hash map. So is it sliding window / hash map? That's like what I'm thinking right now the more that I read it. Because when we get 1, we know there's 1. And when we see 1, we know there's 2 other 1s. So we know that I turn myself into 3. That if... Well, no, but we don't want to count. Dude. Who gave me this question, man? Dude, I need to open my window. Give me like 2 seconds. It's getting hot in this room. Yeah, we need some sort of sliding window hash map. That kind of makes sense. So basically we're at 3 when we see 1. When we see 3, we know we increase the number of pairs by 1, but we want to increase it till we get to 2. That will get us this pair. But like, I feel like we can't retract. We can't. Yeah, did you send it? Where'd you send it? Let me finish this question real quick. But here, then we update the count to 2. Okay, sounds good, bro. But I feel like we could just keep increasing it. 4. Yo, you're right. Yeah, because once we get here, we can just say like, that's 1. We could say that's 1. And then like, we could also add like plus the rest of this. Plus like the rest of the length here. And then all we need to do afterwards is, yeah, now we can retract it. Left. So this goes down back to 1. Wait. Okay, I see. Okay. Yeah, that solution works. That solution definitely works. Let me run through it one more time just so I can like understand the algorithm in my head. Yeah, this is gonna be a linear time complexity. So we're gonna move left and right up until like we have at least 2 pairs. Once we have 2 pairs, we calculate that we have 1 here. We have 1. And then like the rest of them are going to be pairs. So like we calculate like we have another one. Now we redact. This. Now we turn left. And now we only have 2 solid pairs. Or like we only have 2 like we can reduce one of the pairs. So we have 1 here. Or like yeah. And then now when we move this, essentially now we have 1. Is that 3? Wait, how much is it? 3. So we have this 1, 4, 2 plus 0. We reduce this. We have 4. Yeah, this is like a sliding window / the hash map. I'm just trying to figure out how I want to do my hash map now. I definitely want to store like some sort of frequency count where I store like I definitely want to do some sort of frequency count where I say 3. So what are we saying? The number. Let me think. Now I'm just trying to figure out how I want to do my hash map. Yeah. This solution makes sense. So, okay, let me think about it. So we're trying to get the frequency count. So pretend we have a frequency count of 3. by 1. Move left, right. Four. What if there's a bunch of 3s though? Oh yeah, we don't care. Okay, yeah. Bro, Paul it's hard, man. Like it's a lot randomized. Yeah. Yo, Farzan, what do you mean by this? But like, what I would say... So what I would say too, though, is that a lot of companies don't just want to hire a ton of people from the same school. Like, yeah, like if they have a new guy class of 100 people, they're not gonna hire just 100 Berkeley kids. That's the thing. And there's a ton of cracked Berkeley kids as well. That probably like makes it a bit harder. Like when people say that like that is the number of pairs where n is the frequency of the number. I see. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Pretend I seen like 3 3s right here. Like how many pairs are there of 3s? Yo. Kanye East, what's good? So if I have so n minus n minus 1, what is that? So n equals 3. So how many pairs here? 1, 2, 1, 2. So how many pairs here? 1, 2. Yeah, you're right. Wait, 1. Oh, 1, 2. Okay, so we need to increase, like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. What we need to do is for every, like, what are we limiting here? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pretty much store a hash map of the frequencies. And basically, we're going to use n times n minus 1 divided by 2 to figure out how many pairs of each of the frequencies there are. And do we take like the floor or the ceiling of this? Pretend there's only like 2. Pretend there's like a frequency of 2, right? Yo, Vinay, thank you. Pretend there's a frequency of 3. 3s, we can start. Pretend there's of only 2. Yeah, we'll have to do like an integer division. Yeah, and then are we gonna be looping through? Yeah, let's see 2. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. But are we gonna be looping through all the items in the hash map at every point to figure out the K? Or no, we don't even need to. We don't need to. Like, we only need to. Okay, I see what we're gonna do here. Let's just start this algorithm. Yo, y'all are cracked, man. From collections. I like how this. I like how the kids who subscribe to me are good. Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense. From collection import. Yo, y'all are motivating me to just keep grinding and get good. Wow, right? Nums. And we're gonna look at return the number of good subarrays of num. So we're gonna move, like, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the frequency count. Subarrays. K indices. So we're gonna say good indices. What we're gonna do is we're gonna say frequency. Frequency count of nums at the right pointer plus equals 1. And then what we're gonna say is like the good indices plus equals we're gonna do frequency and times 1. So we're doing n times n. So we're doing n times n minus 1 divided by 2. That will get us the number of good indices if, or we'll say while, the good indices is greater. Well, like we're gonna be trying to reduce the, like, we're gonna be moving the left pointer now while left is less than right, and good indices is greater than equal to k. Pass. Let's see. Checking my LinkedIn quick. Getting some people. Nice. People adding me up. Okay. So we update the frequency count. The n is frequency count here. The good number of good indices is that. Wait, let me think about this real quick. Yeah, I joined Series B startup when I first started my career, and it was not that risky. And it was like it was a really good experience, and compared to like some like people that I know that worked at other ones too, like I could definitely say it's a good experience. Yeah, just talking to other people in the industry and what they're doing, like Series B and Series C is a really good place to start. So we increase the frequency count. So pretend we increase the frequency. So let's do here. Increase the frequency of 1. But what if we redact it? What if we move 3? When we redact it, no, the way we're counting good indices is not going to work here. What we're going to want to do is, because like when we move off of 3 here, like I'm trying to figure out how much to subtract here. Or we could subtract like how many good indices there were before. Or we can add back. We can subtract like if n star is yeah, we need like basically when we move this left pointer, we know there used to be 4. So we need to kind of like we added that. Yeah, we need to add. Yeah. Bro, thanks for the help, man. I'm cooked right now, bro. I worked from like 9 to 6. But this is actually a pretty tricky question. I need to get better at these array questions. So while it's equal to k, because you'll never get greater than, what we're going to do is like move our left pointer. But like yeah, this is a harder one. We're gonna do like we're gonna figure out good indices here. But like pretty much when we get into this situation, well, like this means that good indices is equal to k. We need to update the good subarrays. So do we do that here? So like pretend we move it up and like it's valid. Then we just calculate here and then we want to reduce it. Yeah, okay. What we're gonna do is like if the good indices equals k, what we're gonna do is we're gonna say good subarrays plus equals 1, because like our subarray is good, but we're gonna say good subarrays plus equals the rest of the list. So if right is here, I'll do like length of the list 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Length of the list to length of but like wouldn't we retract it? Like wouldn't equal just work? Because we start retracting as soon as we get to equal. So good array subarrays plus the length. Like wouldn't we start reducing the good indices? Oh yeah, sorry, yeah. Because we can like suddenly jump high in the I tried to optimize that too fast. That makes sense. So good subarrays equals the length of nums minus where the right pointer is. So that'll get us like that one. And then now we just need to start moving the left indice. So to move the left indice, what we're going to do is we're going to do n equals, we'll do good indice. Yo, okay, this question is kind of trippy for a easy question or medium question. So we're going to grab the frequency counts of the left and we're gonna like add that back to the good indices, or subtract it off. Yeah, we're gonna subtract it off, and then we're gonna move the left pointer, but we're gonna update the frequency count. So we're gonna say left like that. Then we're gonna update the frequency count, or what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the end of the frequency counts of left and subtract it off. Then we're gonna take our frequency count and we're gonna take left of and minus equals 1, and then we'll do good indices. Wait, left. I need to increase. Wow. Also note, I think frequency count. Shit like this. Also, I think you also need to subtract off before you increment frequency count. Line 10 as well. Oh yeah, you're right. I do. Dude. Let's see. Yeah, you're right. So what I'm gonna do is like, I increased the frequency count. Dude, I'm gonna drop a video on this because this is actually a good question. There's a lot of different things we have to cover here. And I feel like only Google asks these sliding window questions. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our frequency count, which is, what are we gonna do? So we're gonna take our frequency count and we're gonna, Google loves tries and they love these sliding window questions. Like, I was doing a bunch of meta interview questions and they never asked sliding window, so I'm kind of rusty on them. So we're gonna say good indices, the frequency of right. So first what we're gonna do is good indices. Gonna hard code this. That. So we're like subtracting the good indices, we're incrementing it, and then we're adding the good indices again, and then we're moving the right pointer. Bro, what the heck is this? Okay, that gets this case. Expected for. Now we're trying to see. Add that back. Okay, let's print out the good indices. Print left and right. Let's do some debugging. Oh my God, you're right. So why is it saying like we print at 0 and 6? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, maybe I need to move right after. Shit. Okay, wait. Let me figure this out. So I reduce the good indices here. That makes sense. Then I do frequency count of nums right. Shit. Try that out. Nah, it's messing me up, right? Okay, let's just walk through this thing real quick. So it works on example 1, but not example 2. But it's returning. It's saying that we only get the number of right good indices. We only get the number of good indices after. So here we say between 0 and 6. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But it should be here. Like these are the two indices. So it should count this subarray plus the other one. But it's not. Do right minus 1 here. Shit, what the hell? Okay, what's happening here? Just need to debug this one little. Like I feel like our like scaffolding is good, but we're just like missing out on because like we're capturing 0 and 6 here. Let me think. Should we update the good subarrays inside the inner while loop? Usually that's where you're supposed to update it. Yeah, you're right, you're right. No, I think you're right. Yeah, because usually, like what I'm doing here, I never had to do that for a sliding window, like update it out here. Usually, you're updating it right here. So. Five? What the fuck? Okay, let me see. Wait. Why is this giving us? Well, actually, we might only need to update it once because like once we capture like here. Honestly, I don't know. Let's see. Plus equals 1. Shit. Let's see. I don't think we can update it within that loop because like pretend like let's look at this example. Let's just like walk through this example quick, right? We're doing left plus right. Like we're moving left, right? Like once we get here, we could update our good subarrays in one go. Like we can say like this is equal to that. Wait, and then we could check, is this a good subarray? Wait, so pretend we get that subarray. We know this is a good subarray, and then that's, so this becomes equal to 2. Right? And this is the indices here, like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? 1, 2. So yeah, that makes sense. We get here, and then we also count like the other ones, like that one right there. And then what do we do next? We need to like what we said is we're gonna shrink this array. So we're shrinking it here. So when we shrink to here, we want to let me move this back. Yeah, I tried adding one to good subarrays here, and that wasn't work. So when we move this once, we're no longer it's no longer valid. But what if it was still valid? What if? No, we only need to calculate it once, I think. I think we only need to calculate it once. Like, as soon as we reach the constraint that we... Like, as soon as we reach the constraint of having more than k, we just calculate it once. And then when we're retracting it, we don't calculate it again. Stacks and Farzan, like, what do you think? Like, I don't think we have to update it inside here. I think it needs to be outside. Like when good indices equals k. Because when we're retracting, we already took that into account. Like when we're retracting this, like when we're retracting this, essentially we already took those into account, like all the ones in the middle. Like if this was a subarray, or if this was a subarray, then we would have got there earlier. Wait, let's see. Because I feel like I'm trying to prove it, but I'm trying to think of like how we, if we're like if there's a way that we can do this by contradiction, like, or I mean that was kind of stupid what I just said, but like I feel like if we move this left pointer, what I don't want to do is double count results. Like, did we already capture all the middle ones? Yep, I'm looking at the current example. Yeah. L0, and if we only capture there, we won't capture L2. I think because like we'll capture these ones and then we retract it. So now we're no longer good, right? So we'll capture this. Then we'll capture that. And then I feel like this will just get L2 to L5 isn't 1. I think something's already off with our with our algorithm here because we weren't like what was the result? Let me move it back a bit. I feel like we're close here. Sorry, like there. Like, we just need to figure out why we're getting 3 here instead of 4. Yeah. L1 to 6 can work. L1 to 6 can work. We do 1, 2, 3. Okay, we reduce this. Now we increment this. So we get this. So we get this. This works. This works, right? Oh, okay. I think outside we need to capture this. And then we just need to count good subarrays like this. Like that. Shit. We don't ever count the L2. Yeah, you're right. So, okay, let me walk through this thing. Okay, we go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now we capture this window. Say we say this is at least 1, and like the rest of it, and that like the rest of them are good. Then we start moving the left pointer. Now we need to move the right pointer because we don't have a proper number of sums. So we move here. Now we have the proper number of sums. We could increase 3. And now we can reduce 4. That still works. Yeah, you're right. We need to increase both at... Let me try that. Yeah. It's making sense. Dude, there's a lot of edge case on this one. Yeah. Let's do it right here. Yeah, there's like some off by 1 error somewhere. Okay. Let me see. Like, this is returning me... I just need to walk through the code, honestly, but I'm just lacking. Okay. This is returning 6. Why is this returning 6? Let's just, like, print the indices where it's returning 6. And then also print the number of good indices. Let's see. Print... Yo, this question is harder than the minimum window substring LeetCode hard question. The hell? 205. What do you include? I mean, let's try it. Honestly, don't know. Well, I moved the right because that means I included that already. Let's just like walk through this quickly and then see what's going on here. Dude, this is... I need to... Let me make a function for... So we do... Let's just like simplify this a bit. Now we increase our right. And then we could say something like that. Like I feel like we just need to simplify the code a little bit and we'll be good. Oh wait. Oh, we're calculating our indices wrong here. We need to update the good indices like before this. That's like one bug for sure. Because once we subtract the left, then we need to recalculate that for sure. So now, okay, this is what we're doing. Okay, that cleaned it up a lot. So we're taking the good indices, we're just subtracting that off, and then we're like adding it back to the good indices. So we're not double counting. And also here, on the left side, we subtract it off from the good indices, and then we minus 1, and then we add like the new number back of like the new number back of those pairs. And then we finally, okay, that works better there, but just something's off. Do we have to do good subarrays? Like that? Don't tell me this works. Don't tell me it works. Yo, I'm gonna take a shot after this. Let's go! Bro. Shout out to Farzan. Shout out to everyone in the chat. That was crazy. Bro, that's not a... Bro, that's not an easy question, bro. Yeah, it was all... Like, I was just... Like, the big problem that I was doing was I was, like... Not update, like I was updating the good indices with the wrong left pointer. Like I added left right there, but otherwise everything was good. What's this? Bro, that's a crazy question. What's everyone saying? Were people complaining about it? I feel like we like figured out what to do, but just getting it to work is just annoying. Yeah, I think this question is like a trickier medium, but yeah, this question is harder than like sliding window, like this one. Or no, like, bro, like this other sliding window question. But yo, thanks for everyone for hopping in the call. I'm asleep tonight. Thanks. Like, yo, let's just like, I'm gonna do more of these lives and we'll grind out some crazy questions. Dude, that was sick. Good night, everyone. Catch y'all on the next stream. That was a really good stream. See y'all in the next stream.